Yo, what's up? This is the professor. Today I'm going to talk about the US presidential race. And it's coming close, to an end. But the main thing that really caught my eye was seeing how people are really being distracted from the main things that affect them. The main focus is now on maybe the emails of Hillary Clinton. Trump should not be a chicken. He's talking about putting Hillary Clinton in jail. I'm like, he's afraid. He knows the statistics are showing he has a high chance of winning, right? And now he's talking about putting her in jail. This is the problem with the world right now. You have to be able to face your opponent. And just like soccer, people like Hillary Clinton who have been in power for long, who have been in government for long, mistakes are going to happen. If Trump said, I'm going to put Bush in jail, who really killed a lot of people, he made mistakes with the war in Iraq and other places, and other leaders too, then I would believe it. But he's talking about Hillary Clinton over emails, not Bush, who really did collapse the whole economy, right? So in the West, if leaders make mistakes, they step down and the country continues for the sake of stability, because these people like Hillary Clinton have a lot of people supporting them. So if you put Hillary in jail, the supporters of Hillary are going to fight for her to be out. Chaos. America will be in chaos. So for the sake of peace, you can't do that. You know what I mean? For the sake of peace, it's going to cost more. It's all about the most important thing, like Putin was saying, was the average person wants basic things. What is the candidate? What is his policy on creating jobs and a better life for the average person, just the basic needs for the average person. How is he going to improve that? And also, the only point I like about Trump was when he talked about how America is all over the place and America is just fighting. They have to negotiate. They're just supporting all these countries with arms and all that. I was speaking to one American, and the country doesn't have enough money to really help their own people. Although also Trump is one of the lobbyists who lobbied the government also to have these laws where they even don't pay income taxes. The rich people do that. So like Putin was saying, he's pretending to be the average person, but he's also one of them. He used to be friends with the Clintons. But it's showing how also the rich people get some kind of welfare through tax cuts, and they lobby to get a lot of favors from the government. And the average person, the little welfare they get is kind of downplayed, like it's kind of some evil thing. A little bit of welfare the average person gets is almost like an insurance policy, because this person will get a job next time and start paying a lot of taxes. Almost stabilizes the place. If you don't want people to really get help and welfare and stuff, you have to give them land temporarily to be able to grow crops. Like my family in Uganda, when we were refugees, we had to be given land to grow crops. Before we became stable on our own. So I'm just all over the place, but I'm just saying, Trump should be ready to face Hillary Clinton, and go to the elections and see who is going to win. This jail talk and all that, if you see someone has more experience than you, someone has more support than you, the polls are on their side, and then you start wishing they were in jail. This is the barbaric and satanic ways that create instability in the world. The same with South Sudan. It's like, if people just blindly follow people, you may be just fighting for someone to be a president. You may be just supporting someone. You may be just voting for someone for their own interests, just to be on top. You may be talking about putting Hillary Clinton in jail, but you're just voting for Trump. Trump knows that he's the only opponent he has. If he's in jail, he's going to be a president. So you're actually supporting him to just be a president, and it's going to cause chaos, because there's a lot of Democrats who are going to fight back, and why didn't they put Bush in jail? So the thing is, when a leader is in that position of Hillary with a lot of supporters, and they have been in government for long, if you have done if you have been in any other thing like security or other things like that, or anything to do with that, on computer network security, I've started that in the past, mistakes can happen. Or in general, if you're in government for long, mistakes are going to happen. And it's not perfect, nobody's perfect. Of course, he has to take accountability, it has to be investigated. But and also, Trump talking about women, and he made bad comments about women, and he talked about indecently touching women, and things. And when he talked about indecently touching women, and he brought out the discussion, which was very important. And someone like Trump is just speaking You talk about racist comments and sexist comments and alienating people, being abusive and talking all this language, and you're in a superpower, the top man in the job, is unacceptable because it can cause a lot of chaos and wars. As you do currency and stock trading, especially in stocks and stuff, when you know about economics, one word can just cause the graphs to just go down. Like someone like Draghi, who was the head of the ECB, European Central Bank, he had to watch out his language. Previously, Bernanke, he couldn't just talk anyhow. So Trump has failed in the fact that he just talks anyhow. He talks racist comments to get votes from the racists. He makes sexist comments. I predict Hillary Clinton will win, but Trump may win by accident. So it's like the future, nobody knows, but Hillary Clinton is most likely to win. She has more experience and she's more collective, she's more calm, she knows what to do. The only problem with Clinton is that she is trying to create all this high tone with Russia and creating want to be like fighting. And I like Trump talking about working together with Russia, and just like how China, peace, I like peace is the way forward. So the high tone of Clinton, really being aggressive with Russia is not going to be good for anybody. So there has to be peace, and Obama wasn't perfect, but he was a bit not too aggressive. Even in Libya, Obama was taking it slow, and the other people were pushing it. Even Cameroon, now you see where it is. You have all these refugees, they have nowhere to go, terrorism, everything out of control, ISIS, Iraq, everywhere is like, oof. So the average person should just think about themselves. What do they need? The average needs, I like how Putin was saying they're disrupting people from the main things of America, and they're talking about Russia, but they're not talking about healthcare, education, jobs, and renewable energy and other advanced things that will affect the average person directly. How are they going to improve the average person's life? Because the rich guys are also lobbying and they get the piece of the cake, they're getting, but the average person has to negotiate and have, if there are jobs, people can help themselves, because in the West, you don't have, like in Africa where you have land and, and people cannot really grow crops for themselves. Most people have to pay a house like for almost 30 years. So it's like Africa too, the also problem with Africa is the same thing, greed, leaders who just, if you put the wise people in jail, you kill them, you do everything, people who are more enlightened with more experience, the country will be in chaos and the people will suffer. So people will have to be careful about these things and read through the lines. Don't just follow people blindly and don't just sign up and go for wars anyhow. Just watch. And people should put themselves first and not follow the interests of these leaders, because the rich people are already fine, but the average person is under service at the end. So people, how about like police brutality too? Like these things have to be considered, how the police are, it's almost part of the system. The police kill people and they get away with it. It's part of the system. It shows how corrupt the system is. You know what I mean? When you see a certain race is rising, you can use police to kill them and other ways to put them in jail. And our spirit and soul is what makes us special. We can open our mind and our spirit and connect one with God and the universe. Just like a mobile phone can be connected to a network, our spirit can connect to the universal network. That's the infinite universe. And we can be able to see things more clearly. And the top guys have already done that. If the average person haven't done that, they can play with your mind. So people should learn how to open their mind, and that comes through information, informing yourself, and being vigilant, and not just follow people blindly. And write your feedback and let me know what you think about what I just said, and comment. And thank you for watching. And Professor 160, I'm out, and peace.